In this video, we're going to use filters and labels to automate the organization of your Gmail inbox. So you can see in my inbox here, I'm getting GoGuardian emails daily here. I've been kind of letting them build up for this video. And every day I get this email. I want to get the email. It gives me some important information. I just don't want it to fill up my inbox. I want it to go somewhere else. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a place for those emails to be organized. To do that, I'm going to use what's called a label. On the left hand side here under the mail, I can come down and say more, and I can scroll down and I can say create new label. Now labels can be nested. You could create labels inside of labels inside of labels. Think of them like folders. And for this label, I'm just going to call it my GoGuardian label. And I'm going to create it. So now I've got this label. When I scroll down now, under my drafts, I've got a GoGuardian, but when I click on it, there's no emails in there. To manually add emails to this, what I can do is I can open the email, and then you see this little, it looks like a shopping label, like your price tag thing. When you click on that drop down, you'll see all the labels that you could apply, and I can click on GoGuardian, click apply, and now when I go back to my inbox, that email has this GoGuardian tag to it. It also shows up in my GoGuardian label here on the left hand side. So the nice thing about this is now I can actually archive this email. So your school email, this works with your school email. Don't try it with your private email because eventually you'll fill up your space. Your school email has unlimited storage. So you don't ever have to delete any emails. So what you can do to get it out of your inbox is click on this archive button here. That removes it from my inbox, so I no longer see it in my inbox. So, but if I typed in GoGuardian in the search here, my search feature will find it, or because I labeled it in my GoGuardian folder here, that archived email shows up here, which is really nice. So that's given us a place, a structure to organize our inbox, but it hasn't solved the problem of how do I automate this? Every day I get these emails. I want my inbox to automatically find it, label it, and archive it for me. To do this, what we're going to do is we're going to open one of the example emails. So this is my example email. And then on the top, I'm going to click this drop down, and I'm going to say filter messages like these. That's going to bring up my filter creation tool here, which says the from no reply at goguardian.com. This part's important. Whatever the filters you set on here, this thing doesn't have any kind of brains to it. It's just going to do whatever you say. So if you put in there too and you typed your email address in there, every single email that comes in your email is going to get whatever you tell this filter to do. So we're setting up a rule for your inbox to flag certain email messages. I'm going to use the from, and I'm going to use this no reply at GoGuardian because all those emails are going to come from that same location. And I'm going to click create filter here. If you wanted to test it, you could click search and it'll run the filter, and then it'll clean up your inbox so you only see what applies to the filter. So I'm going to click create filter here. Now it's going to ask me, what do I do? So the first message was saying, how do I know which emails to flag? Now it's saying, what do I do with the flagged emails? So you've got a lot of options here, and you can actually use more than one. I like to apply the label here, and so I can put my GoGuardian label. So every email that comes from this inbox is going to get the GoGuardian email. But I also want to skip my inbox. I don't want it to go in my inbox. I only want to go look for it when I feel like I want to go look for it. So I put those two on there. A little warning here, I never apply a delete it filter because once it's deleted, it's gone. And if it's deleting before you ever even get to see it, you'll never know you missed your emails. So that part's important. I don't ever apply any of these with a delete it. The next thing you can do is you can also say also apply the filter to 25 matching conversations. What this bottom box that I selected is going to do is it's going to take all of the previous emails. It's going to go through my current inbox, find all of the emails that this filter applies to, and then it's going to do whatever the actions that I set here to those emails are. So when I click this button, it's going to from here on out tag any email from no reply at GoGuardian. It's going to skip the inbox and apply the GoGuardian label. It's also going to apply it to any emails that came from that email in the past. So I'm going to click create filter, and then now when I click on my inbox, whoops, it cleaned my inbox up so that all of those emails got flagged and archived, and they're in my GoGuardian box here. Something to be aware of: if you set this up and it doesn't seem to be working the way you want to, you can adjust it anytime by clicking on your settings wheel up here in your inbox, going to see all settings, and then going to filters and blocked addresses. And here's that filter that we created. I can edit it from here, I can delete it from here. You can actually create filters from here as well, but it's easier to start with an example email because that helps you set the filters properly.